There is no way I ever anticipated this would be one of my favourite clubs of 2023. But after testing it inside, there's every chance it could be. Introducing the brand new Srixon ZX Mark II utility iron. This thing is an absolute beast. Hi everyone, my name is James Robinson. Welcome to this channel. If you are new here, make sure you do consider smashing, not just hitting, smashing that subscribe button below and leave a like on this video if you enjoy golf related videos. Today I have the brand new Srixon ZX Mark II utility iron, and without getting carried away, I'm not going to talk too much, but check out this ball flight. I mean, that is absolutely scary. Did you hear that impact sound? So, not often do I jump straight into talking numbers. I carried this thing 250 yards in the simulator here at Woolly Park just a few moments ago when testing all the brand new range of Srixon 2023 golf clubs, but it's versatile. It means that I can play high shots, I can play low shots, draws, fades, occasionally. And some of the technology that is in this club is, to be honest, quite frankly mind-boggling, so you can see why it is performing just like it is. Let's send a few more. Let's go for a draw first. Not a lot of offset on this club, which I quite like. Sometimes when companies make driving irons, they put a bit too much offset on them, and I don't really know why you do that, because someone who's using a driving iron, this is 18 degree, is a 2-iron replacement. You wouldn't want a lot of offset because you're more probably likely going to want to hit fades, draws, high shots, low shots. The offset is more if you kind of struggle with a slice or an over fade, if we're being nice. But can I start this down the right side and get it drawing back up that left side? Not a problem at all. The big thing that I really like about it is that sound and feel. That's bounding on absolutely miles. If you struggle with a driver, if you struggle with a hybrid, a 3-wood, a 5-wood, to be honest, all the clubs that I have in this bag here, could the ZX utility iron be the answer for you? And if you struggle getting off the tee, could this be the club that helps you play your best golf ever? Get in the comments below, would you consider using a driving iron? And if so, would you go and look at a Srixon over a Titleist, TaylorMade, Callaway, Mizuno, PXG, all the mainstream brands? Right, we've hit a high shot, we've hit a nice baby draw. Can we hit a stinger? Now, I'm going to talk through the tech in just a moment as we walk down to fetch these, but a stinger is the shot where I absolutely would have one of these in the bag just to be able to hit that. I mean, but to be able to keep a ball flight that low and carry that far is something which, for me, it's a little bit magical. Let's get down there, let's talk numbers, let's talk about exactly why this could be one of the forgotten clubs of 2023, even though we're only in February. And we'll talk tech as well, because I need to do some reading up. There's a lot. So the Srixon ZX Mark II range marks a little bit of a transformation for me for Srixon, where they've just kind of moved everything up that one echelon, moved it up that one place in the golfing world. But is it enough to make people want to try Srixon? Is it enough to make people think, you know what, I'm going to give TaylorMade a miss this year, I'm going to leave Callaway on the shelf, I'm going to go and look for Srixon products? So many people in my comments this year have said, James, you haven't tested the Srixon golf clubs yet. And I've said, well, yeah, I've not got a chance to get hold of them. That's what a lot of golfers do struggle with. They struggle to get hold of the clubs or try them. If you can try Srixon golf clubs, you'll probably find they perform as good, if not better for you, than some of the bigger brands. But getting hold of them has been the ultimate issue. So just what technology is in this Srixon ZX Mark II utility iron to make it so fun, to make it so good to look at, and to make it perform just so well? The three main areas that Srixon have focused on: we do have a main frame, which is basically a variable face thickness, which most irons do feature now if you are looking for a powerful iron. There's also a different sole on here, so you'll see we have a narrowing of the sole here. Srixon called this a sole notch. There's less interaction with the ground just by this bottom bit here. And there's also a forged multi-piece construction that's going to allow for better feel for sound dampening on those kind of off-centre hits that you don't really like. With 230 yards out here, this is going to take a huge one. I managed to get quite a few big ones in the simulator, which we'll talk about in a second, but I feel like I can sort of muscle up here. And that sound again, that's leaking to the right ever so slightly. But that is honestly up there, that is front edge on the right hand side. If you're looking for a powerful utility iron, I think you probably look no further if you like the look of it. One thing which a few people might not like is when you look down at it, you can just about see the back edge of that wider sole. So if you are a kind of slightly better player, you like to see a thinner top line and a thinner overall product, it might not be quite for you, but I think if you give it a go, I think both the forgiveness element, the consistency element and the feel element will help you. That is an absolute rocket. That's the one that's a little bit towy, mega low spin. That's gone long, I think. Right, one more. Let's see what we can do. Come on, start it at the bunker, draw in. 230 yards out, you're not expecting to be close, but that could be. That ball flight is absolutely delightful. I think they're all flag high. Wow. I know what you might be thinking as well, James, who on earth wants to use a 2-iron over maybe a hybrid, over maybe a 5-wood? And in this video, I've tested the driving iron, I've also tested a matching 18-degree ZX Mark II hybrid and a 19-degree 5-wood. All very, very similar and should perform very similar. So let's look at the studio, let's look at the numbers for, first of all, the utility iron, then I'll compare them against the hybrid and the 5-wood, so you can kind of see just what club maybe you should be looking at. But I'm going to do a full comparison video on that, because it's not just the numbers you should be looking at, it's ball flights, it's launch windows, it's forgiveness elements as well. Then I'm going to hit one more special shot with this utility iron. I'm playing St Andrews next week. This might be staying in the bag. So it quickly became apparent to me when testing this golf club inside that this is an absolute beast. Now, I do like driving irons. A lot of people don't like them. A lot of people prefer hybrids and fairway woods. Make sure you stay tuned, guys. We're going to talk through the differences in the numbers. This was the shot that made me think, wow, look at this. Landing 240, running up past 250. They are massive numbers for me with this kind of club. Should this stay in the bag? Should I put it in the bag over a hybrid or a 5-wood? I really, really enjoyed it. So you can see, guys, slightly less ball speed than the hybrid, launching a little bit lower as you would expect, spinning quite a lot lower as you would expect, side angle exactly the same, distance exactly the same, and total distance exactly the same. Very, very consistent numbers, but very different ball flights with the two clubs. So 230 yards out, you can see that's the one that stayed a little bit further right. Then we've got the final shot, which is just flag high left, and the second shot, the middle shot, is just down on the left-hand side. All flag high, and one thing which I did really enjoy when testing these 4 numbers in the simulator was that front to back dispersion, was that consistency, and that's exactly what I've seen out here in the golf course as well. That's something for me which is absolutely fantastic to have out of such a long, what should be unforgiving iron. Let's hit one more shot, guys. I always struggle to hit this fairway, and if I can hit the fairway with a lovely feeling, lovely sounding, lovely launching, just a good tee shot, it'll stay in the bag for next week. Old course. Really looking forward to that. And you see, this is actually quite a difficult tee shot, especially in winter. We're off this kind of slightly forward tee, so if I hit driver or 3-wood, it just gets far too narrow. If I can get this down there at 230, 240, what's the hole? 350. I'm not going to have far in. Not going to go for a stinger, just a nice normal tee shot. Power up. And that, even slightly out the toe, is chasing down past those 150 markers. Guys, thank you so much for watching. I really hope you've enjoyed this review of the brand new Srixon ZX Mark II fairway utility iron. My head's scrambled because we are testing the fairway wood next. If you want to see that, then make sure you hit that subscribe button, throw a like on this video, and apart from that, I'll see you all exactly the same time tomorrow. Bye.